kills the motor. And even when you have 3.5 gallons, which if the car was level would be fine, but on the banking it just starves the motor for fuel and can really put you in problems. So as we get later in this race and have more, if we have more restarts, that's what they're referencing, to make sure you keep that fuel cell packed to the right side.
You got to be thinking about it. But when they made their pit stop with 39 to go, they were plenty to the good and even had insurance for overtime. That's the way you think about it when you make that pit stop. And then you add on top of that the caution laps, which just increase your fuel mileage. So right now, everybody should be really good in that regard. Ryan C gets the free pass. Now, he's not had the greatest of nights. He's been pushed around a lot this evening. But with all the other attrition, he gets back on the lead lap in his 19th prior to the choose here.
Yeah, and I'm looking at those line of cars, all guys who we know went to the back, put tires on, and all those, he's got a little more damage than I realized, but all those JRM cars are still in the top 10, and we saw Justin rode on board with him for a little bit. Even with that damage, he was able to drive up through the pack. Car still seems to have plenty of speed in it. We've got a long ways to go here at 17 laps. A lot's going to happen.
You're going to want Carson Quapple there in that one car to be the leader of that JRM train. If they can work together, especially if Sammy Smith's still there.
All right, these are drivers that have not been involved in a crash tonight. Carson Quapple, Ryan Ellis, who could get his second career top 10. Obviously, Jesse Love, Austin Hill, who've been up front all night. Good effort for Dean Thompson. The drivers from Jordan Anderson Racing, Blaine Perkins and the boss man Jordan Anderson. By the way, Ross Chastain going to drive that 32 next weekend at Echo Park Speedway. And then Parker Retzloff also able to avoid damage tonight. Got a few takers here.
You got to think they're going to work on the seven's nose maybe a little bit again here, or the handling being off. We know Raja was barely involved in that wreck. You see some damage to those right side tires from getting into the wall, getting kind of squeezed into the wall. Those changes. His car looks to me to be in pretty good shape.
Its composite bodies can take a real hit.
Well, especially compared to the rest of the field.
It's not, that's brand new. It's pristine.
Good night for Raja and the team trying to set him up for a late rally to the finish. Carla?
Yeah, Brendan Jones not a part of the most recent wreck, but the wreck before that, you were having a really strong race before that. How disappointing is it that this is how your night ends?
Yes, and we had some people from Menards, some of the Menards family with us here today. Swiffer always such a long-time supporter of our race. Have to go out like this, but I don't know, this racing's just kind of for the birds. I think, in my opinion, it's so difficult to make it to the end. Did a lot of things right today. Made a couple little small mistakes and missed a few runs here and there that I could go back and learn from. But I was proud of the save in the early on. I know that maybe hopefully the in-card showed that one. That was pretty epic. There were some really good moments as well. So I'm going to take the highs and maybe go back and study some of the lows and see how we can do it, because we got plenty of these tracks left on the schedule to try to tackle. So we'll continue to work at it, and we'll go to the home track next week.
Yeah, he talks about more tracks in the draft, 6 of them in all, 1 of them in the chase. We'll go to Talladega Superspeedway late in the year, and it could play a pivotal role in who wins the championship. 15 laps to go this time by as we ride around under caution.
Saving that fuel. Just coasting.
89 laps led tonight for Richard Childress Racing. 67 for Hill, 22 for Love. As we do the freeway insurance choose, where every lane choice can change the race outcome.
Saw the RCR guys take the front row. Hope both those guys hoping they can get good push. There's RC. I think he cares which of them wins, as long as one of them does.
As long as they have that logo on it.
It's got to be special for both those drivers. Celebrating big moments in their career with him, a Hall of Famer. So cool. Think about the championship last year, all the success here at Daytona. That organization has won 4 in a row in February. 3 straight for Austin Hill, 22, 23, 24, and last year went to Jesse Love.
Must be fun being the owner of when you feel like you got the field covered a little
I
bit.
think it's fun when you come here and you're fast. I just can't help but laugh at Kyle Busch, that shirt he used to wear when he was an owner. You come to Daytona and it said most expensive day of the year, right? So I think if you're like Joe Gibbs Racing and you've wrecked everything today, it's probably not as much, but the success that they have had at this track and all of these, yeah, I mean, without a doubt, it's great.
Sam Hunt calls these races the speedway tax.
All of the cars are
Everybody
coupled
pays
up.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
right.
Well, so far tonight, it's been the rich get richer, right? Because if you're RCR, you've led all the laps, you won both stages, your cars aren't damaged, and you may very well get the win. Be surprising if they didn't. But let's not write off some of those drivers behind them. Could see a little upset special with a few of them. And the other thing to think about here is just how wild the finishes are. You never think this thing is over until they put that checkered flag in the air, and there's going to be 14 to go when we go green.
I was just going to say, keep an eye on Parker Retzoff there and Sammy Smith, Carson Quapple. Sammy Smith has been making really big moves at times. If he can get the momentum, and it might come from Parker Retzoff there behind him, need to help him generate that run.
Yeah, and I like the position that Jesse Love's in. You mentioned Sammy Smith. He's right there behind him, and he's been an exceptional pusher all night long.
Lights back on the pace car, so we're going to go one more. Get it down to 13 laps to go at the restart. I understand William Sawalich was having a hard time pulling off the pit lane, so they got to give him some help.
Blake Perkins still in a great position.
Yeah.
We've built him up, having a career night for him. Still finds himself in a great position.
Let's go back to a year ago. Jesse Love had one career victory. Came his rookie campaign at Talladega. Sophomore season starts with a bang. Crashing right there as the white flag went in the air, but he got the white before the caution came out. Drove it around to the checkers, and he went on to bookend 2025. A win in the season opener. He got it done at Phoenix, picked up the championship trophy in the desert, and he's in position to go back-to-back here at the World Center of Racing. And his best competition, his teammate restarting to his left.
Give a shout out to this guy here, Anthony Alfredo.
Talked about it's been a long weekend.
Long weekend for him. They didn't qualify in his main ride, the 96 for Viking Motorsports. That second car they started, Cesar Baccarella and Alpha Prime were nice enough to let him hop in this number 4 car, currently sitting 9th in the top 10. Just a little bit of damage, but with everything he's having tonight, maybe it can have
pretty good.
A great finish to the night, Carla.
Thanks, Parker. Yeah, Taylor Gray just leaving the infield care center. What happened out there?
Yeah, just wrong place, wrong time. Just guys getting impatient. But end of the day, I feel like we had a really fast Operation 300 GR Supra. I can't thank everyone from Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota Racing for working hard all off season and bringing fast race cars to the track. So we're gonna move on to the next week in Atlanta.
Yeah, Taylor just wrong place at the right time. You see the contact right there with Corey Day, nowhere for him to go. I always felt like when you came to these places, it was like a 50-50. You know, I mean, that's honestly what makes the RCR results here so incredible. Is it's hard to finish 3 or 4 of these in a row, much less be in victory lane.
5 cautions tonight. Will there be another? 13 laps to go, and it's time to settle it.
Yeah, there'll be no holding back now. With 14 laps to go, it's going to be really fun to watch these 2 RCR guys manage it.
Jesse Love, the control car, as they hit the pole restart zone.
And Sammy Smith
Already on it.
pushing hard right now to the 2 car.
Don't write Sammy off. Second here in August. Really good in the
car
drive.
attached. Austin Hill's going to be in a good position. We'll see if he can get side drafted. You see the 2 getting all over that quarter panel, trying to drag him back. Get that little bit of a push again from the outside lane. Who can get hooked up? Retzloff's going to get to the back of the 8 here. Going to get him a shove to get those connected.
And for Sammy, you don't want to let that 21 get there.
Oh, get down and side draft him. I think he was waiting on a little bit of a push from the 8. Didn't want to have any wheel input when he got hit from behind. Top looks just a little bit more organized to me.
Still some decent energy up there despite all the problems tonight. 20 cars remain on the lead lap, 12 to go.
There's Sammy Smith. You just want Red Sox. We got the caution out here.
And Wheeling caution lights on again. We've got debris on track. How many times do you see it, right? You have crashes, you repair the damage, and it just doesn't hold up. We get the caution for debris riding with Jeff Burton.
That's not a fun ride. On the
Into
phone.
the garage right there.
Tire carcass flying around in that car.
You know, we use the scoring loops to determine who is leading, and that's going to tell us who's in control on the restart. Assume it's Austin Hill. We'll follow up on that when we return. Caution number 6 in race 1 and 26 here at Daytona.
8. Andrew from the Zebra. Andrew stays up all night, watching the Zebra find people's savings. The Zebra monitors your insurance and informs you of savings the moment we find it. Nobody does insurance like the Zebra.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
You play by the rules. Then things happen. Prices keep climbing. Every month, a new expense. And the debt adds up. So how do you face it? It starts with a call, then a plan. At National Debt Relief, we'll negotiate with your creditors so you pay less than you owe. And just like that, you're back on track. When debt happens, we're here to help you take action. And this is where your new chapter begins. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
8. Andrew from the Zebra. Andrew stays up all night, watching the Zebra find people's savings. The Zebra monitors your insurance and informs you of savings the moment we find it. Nobody does insurance like the Zebra.
The fastest growing cable news network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. Here we go, fellas. Gonna be inside at 10 to go. A little restart, season opener. This is what it's all about. Winning at Daytona. 21 cars on the lead lap. Free pass goes to Patrick Starpoli. It's still anybody's guess how it'll shake out. The favorites, no doubt, Austin Hill and Jesse Love, and it will be Austin Hill who's in control.
But we want this to run at least 4 or 5 laps. We don't just want the green-white checker because it takes a few laps to get the cars up to speed and for guys to start making decisions. And I'd like to see this go green the rest of the way.
It's bad news for the rest of the field that Austin Hill got the lead there on that caution.
How about that 21, Kim?
Yeah, you mentioned Austin Hill in control. He'll have the first choice in terms of lanes. What does he think about what the best lane's going to be? Here was the radio communication on the 21.
I think the bottom here, I mean, when I get down to the other thing, Tom always just seems like everyone's trying to everybody over. At least the bottom, you have to push the guy in front of you and you're going to be connected better.
Well, he said what I was thinking. How about you? It just seems like that top lane falls apart because when you're on the bottom, there's really nowhere to go. If the outside lane's on your door, you can't really shoot the middle. But if you're towards the back and you're in that outside lane, gets down these last few laps, you throw a Hail Mary. You just take a chance at it.
Let's go back down to the medical center in Carlo.
Yeah, some big saves from Corey Day throughout this race, but not enough to evade the latest wreck. Corey, how are you feeling about your night before that happened?
Yeah, I mean, minus the spin off of 4, I thought I was, learning a lot, and I thought our car was really good. So yeah, just unfortunate there. The replay I saw, I couldn't, quite see what happened before that. I don't know if I got pushed into the 18 or acting unfair on him getting loose, or I got into him. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. So I hate that. I feel like I was one of the main causes of that. So I feel terrible, but just thanks to all my guys and the whole Hendrick Cars team for working so hard. We'll go get them next week in Atlanta.
You're getting acquainted with the super speedways. What'd you learn about your car tonight?
Yeah, just kind of, it was really loose there before I crashed. So that was just a balance thing that unfortunately you have to be in race trim to feel. And
yeah, made an adjustment, thought we got it really good. And yeah, just after that, kind of a little more draggy after I hit the wall. But other than that, I thought it was really good. So yeah, I wish we could have got out of that one.
Day ends early for Corey Day. Dylan?
Carla, just want to give another attaboy to Parker Retzloff. We talked a little bit about him and the struggles of his teammate Anthony Alfredo earlier. When I talked to Parker earlier this afternoon, he said they fully expected the 96 car to be better than newer because the 96 car's got some newer chassis components, so they were all kind of puzzled why this car actually ended up being the faster of the two cars. But Parker has done a great job to keep his nose clean, and he's in the mix. Remember, he's been in the mix on the Cup Series races at this racetrack as well in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and a great team for him with Viking Motorsports. Danny Eflin, the crew chief who led AM Racing and Harrison Burton last year, and Doug Campbell is his spotter who spotted Austin Cindric to a Daytona 500 victory. So all the right pieces in place for the 99.
Mark Retzloff at Atlanta just last year was in position late in that race with a huge monster run. Dylan mentioned also in the Cup race here, pushed Harrison Burton.
See the choose results. Retzloff goes to that bottom lane behind Perkins and race leader Austin Hill. Choose with 9 to go, 8 remaining when we go green.
This will be interesting if Carson Quamble can push Sammy Smith a little better than Parker Retzloff was that year. That was a problem on the top lane.
I like the bottom row, but I like the pushing in the top row. And it's a crapshoot right here, right? Because if those guys can get hooked up in the outside, all Jesse Love has to do is just get clear of Austin Hill's bumper and be able to move down in front of him and then start kind of managing those lanes. And we've watched both of those guys once they got to the lead. I don't know that the other guy's been able to pass them for the lead. So the race right here is to break the plane of that front bumper of the car beside you and then start managing.
And nobody's really been able to create the momentum needed to get by those two, and they get control of the field.
Does your heart start beating fast right now? Like
It
I feel
does
like
a little bit.
Every time I watch these, it doesn't matter if we're here in the booth or if I'm watching at home. I just know the excitement, right, of being inside the car. And I think it's almost harder for me to watch than it was to actually sit in the car and drive.
I was going to say, my heart rate is higher now than I would be in one of those cars at the moment.
Yeah, totally agree.
At least I control I know what I'm doing in there.
It's so exciting to be in the position to be able to win one of these races when it comes down to the end. Any of those guys in the top 6 have a legitimate shot depending on how this restart goes, and it's what you've worked all winter for, is to be in a position right now to go win at Daytona.
Talking about the guys on the front row, but there are drivers in the top 10 that have never won. Could be a life-changing moment about to unfold for them. 8 laps to go, time to settle it here at Daytona. Austin Hill, Jesse Love, front row.
Almost looks like that bottom lane
Really
put together well too.
Look at that top one. Sammy's laying in the rear bumper.
Lane is all over Austin Hill though. Nice light up a little. Now they're both disconnected. You see Brennan Poole coming on the outside. They're gonna have to defend that a little bit.
Allgaier might go with him.
Oh, I think Austin Hill made a good decision being on the bottom here.
Jesse Love noses out front in the 2. Sammy Smith getting a big push from Brennan Poole in the 44. Poole has never won.
What an awesome move by Brennan Poole to get down, to push from Justin Allgaier. Austin clears them. He does.
All right, so now Austin's got to go back into that managing mode of both lanes. With people, if there's a run here, they're not going to be near as courteous as they were earlier in the race.
7 to go.
Top lane.
Control mode.
Although that was an awesome move by Brennan Poole, I don't think it's what Sammy Smith wanted to see in his mirror when he had Carson Quamble there to push him.
A little bit of a run on the outside. So Jesse Love stalls out. So he kind of got right beside Blaine Perkins. Big shot there from Sammy Smith behind. Brennan Poole into the back of the 8.
Look at Love darting around in the 2.
He's just trying to
on the outside.
Just trying to fake him out right here. He knows Austin's looking in the mirror. Oh, did he get there to the inside?
He's beside him.
Jesse Love going for it. 6 to go. Put the 2 out front. Can he hang on? Outside rally for Austin Hill. Drafting help from Sammy Smith. All the junior motorsports Chevys are up there.
What a move by Jesse Love to get back beside him. Kind
It was the only move that was going to work. We saw him try it early in the race. Oh, Roger gets in the Carson Quapple.
And here we go, another crash. Hocevar going for a slide. Raja Karuth gets a piece. Everybody hangs on, not a ton of damage, but we get yellow flag number 7, and once again, the Whelen caution lights are on, and this could very well lead to an overtime. It'll be close.
Well, this plays big time into Austin Hill's favor, because as I look at the timing and scoring, Jesse Love's actually back to 4th right now, so not going to be in the best position on this restart. What a restart by Brennan Poole.
Yeah,
Get on the
that was so
outside,
cool.
drove up through there. Yeah, I mean,
Justin Allgaier saw it
What a
right with him, and it really put Carson Quapple in a bad position. He got stuck in the middle. He couldn't stay connected to the 8 there, and I think that really hurt the top lane a little bit, but Jesse Love was still able to gain the momentum. As we look back at the replay here, Roger Cruz is back in 10th, about 5 cars back to the top lane.
I think he got a big shove from Hocevar,
Yeah.
which got him then turned sideways, and then you're just kind of along for the ride.
But look at all those drivers. Underdog teams just trying to get to the finish line and make something out of this wild card race, and they're able to avoid any big damage and now in position to finish it off.
As I looked at that, it almost looked like the 88 was coming down the track before Hocevar even got into it. We'll take a look at that one more time. I think he had a left rear flat tire. Watch when he gets spun around here. Left rear was down. I think the left rear was flat. Maybe from contact, yeah. I don't think it was actually, that left rear tire's flat already.
There. I think it was up before that. But it could have been going down.
Went soft, because it just looked like his car turned.
Ryan Ellis trying for another top 10.
So hard to tell when they're in the pack like that. It can just be a really off-center bump to the left side. Even a slight one.
Yeah, we did have one perspective. I thought we could maybe see that. It didn't look to me like the 42 actually got into the back of him before he went down. Jesse Love kind of fakes him out going to the top. I mean, what generates this run?
It's kind of the 8 back in the air there.
Yeah.
And that just gives him just enough. And he was clear of Blaine Perkins, knew he could dive to the bottom. And it was clear. He had such a run.
That had to have caught Austin Hill off guard right there.
Such confidence, too.
Yeah,
when you see a move like that, you just know he was making moves and split-second decisions.
What about the reigning champ and their team with now 4 to go, Dylan?
Well, and it sounds obvious, but I think he really would have liked to have cleared Austin with that move, because the struggles of him running and leading the bottom lane are still persisting. Take a listen.
I don't know what I gotta do, dude, because every time I'm on the bottom and I drag, we just go backwards. I can't keep anybody hooked up. I just don't understand why it only works on the top for me. If I do on the bottom, we just go backwards.
So sometimes you just gotta go where they're not and hope that it works out. But we'll be curious to see what lane Love picks here on however many restarts we have left here.
Yeah, that's the every super speedway race is different. Whether your car reacts different, the draft is different. There's more wrecks or less wrecks, and so you have those moments where he's describing where he just feels like he can't keep anyone behind him. He's almost so fast, they can't get to his rear bumper to keep up that momentum. And that's a frustrating place to be. These guys are having a great time.
They have grown. They've been recruiting the entire race. There was not that many
down towards turn 1. They're in their own section. Look down there.
Well, as I look at Jesse Love's position, I'm going to hope that I can line up 4th beside Sammy Smith and try to push him by. I think that's my best chance to win. Kim?
And we heard before the last to choose Austin Hill's thought process. Kind of same thing here. He said, I got to work really hard for it, but I still think the bottom is the right call here. So he chooses first. Sammy Smith chooses second. Interesting radio conversation for the 8 car of Sammy Smith. He said, look, I know I'm going to have the front row as an option, but I don't know if this car can handle it. Feels very dirty out there.
Man, I would take the front row.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be your best chance of winning. You got Jesse Love behind you.
Yep.
And I think Jesse Love's best chance of winning is to try to push
Sammy as
all
far
the
out
way
as he
to the
can.
lead. Yeah, that's going to be his best shot.
By the way, we'll go green with 2 to go, but this is not overtime. Just finishing it out in regulation here, unless we get another caution.
Something else to think about for Austin Hill is Brennan Poole hasn't been in this position all day long. And it does take a little bit of practice to get that down. It's not hard to go up and hit the guy, but it's hard to go up and be gentle enough that you can stay attached to him. I know Brendan knows how to do it, but he hasn't done it a lot today. So that could play a factor into this. And Jesse Love has been doing that all day long.
And what a huge night it could be for Brennan Poole
Huge.
and Alpha Prime. And, you know, for all the smaller teams, this night, not alone, you know, let alone the points that you could get on a big night, it's the highest paying race of the year. It's massive to a smaller team like that to have a great finish here. He's put himself in a great position.
Prior to the choose, there were 11 drivers in the top 15 that have never won in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. How about that?
Wow.
Could be a difference maker here tonight. And if they win it, they will earn it because they're going to have to beat the best all time. Austin Hill in control. 2 laps to go.
I can tell you guys are excited. Parker Swain and Adam stood up.
Moving with the cars
I
here.
can tell, yeah.
I'm hoping they keep that fuel pack to the right side of the fuel cell.
Something to think about here as they chase this trophy. Once the white flag comes out, next flag ends the race. I mean, you got to make your
Be the
move.
leader. Absolutely.
Because if you're not the leader and you wait, caution comes out, it's over.
Which is why in Sammy Smith's position, you take the front row. Right? You can't leave anything up for chance. The chance is you could get a monster run, have the caution come out after white flag, and you're the winner.
Chandler Smith won here in the trucks last night. He was 6th in turn 3. You can rally from behind. 2 laps to go. Out front, Austin Hill, Sammy Smith. Here we go, one more time.
Austin had his hand out the window to try and instruct Brennan Poole when to go. Brennan's there.
Both of them hooked up on the front row. You see the 2
Love
connected
big
to the
shove out there on Sammy Smith.
And they stay connected. That's the key here.
All there hanging in that inside lane. Quapple going wide in the 1. Everybody tucked together down the back straightaway.
The 1 car on the outside looks just like Poole on the last restart.
Oh, that totally erased the run to the outside. Brennan Poole pushes Austin Hill out. They got detached down into 3.
But you don't want to get too far out because you become a setting duck for everybody else that's coming.
Those front 4 in a great position right here. See Brennan trying to get to the outside of Austin Hill. We've seen nobody be able to do that all day long.
There. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Next flag ends the race. Austin Hill trying to finish it.
Gosh, if the 7 can get connected to Brennan Poole, can he give him enough of a push to get him up the side? They've come disconnected now.
He's got to back up here. There's plenty of time. Back it up.
So hard to do.
Here's the
So hard
push.
to do.
Here's the
Ryan
run.
is there. Ryan Sieg is there. Big push for Justin Allgaier. Here comes Jordan Anderson in the 32.
Wow, what a run by the 32 on the inside, but they pushed Austin Hill out now.
Who does Sieg push here? Could they generate enough?
7's in a great position if they stay locked together.
Off of turn 4. This is it at Daytona. Here comes Austin Hill. He gets his 4th victory at the World Center of Racing. What a finish.
Wow.
Oh my God, I love you, bro. Hey. Oh my God, I don't want to do it with anybody else. This 21 team is so much fun. Oh man, Derek. That.
Well, he just keeps proving over and over again. You know, obviously RCR we know has the best cars, but Austin Hill continues to put himself in the right position at the right time. They took a chance, put 4 tires on, and were still able to get back to the front.
Love him or hate him, you can't deny that this guy has an incredible skill set at this style of racing. Yes, he's got some of the fastest cars, but that's a part of the equation.
Yeah.
He just does everything correct. He manages the front of the field so well in those late race moments, down the backstretch there, made every correct move to cover each of those runs, and ends up in victory lane. It's just amazing.
He is the draft dominator.
Great job. Great teamwork right there. Austin, Derek, hell of a job.
They referred to Derek as spotter, who also spots for Kyle Busch on Sundays. One of the best spotters on these type of racetracks, able to give him all the information that he needs. It's a great shot.
He's pretty used to it, man.
Yeah, he's a pro for sure.
Got his spot for the burnout each time.
He's the dominator, and he hit him right between the eyes tonight, sweeping the stages, leading 78 laps, and he'll take home 75 points. Career win number 15-11 in the draft. Austin Hill from Winston, Georgia, is just special when it comes to this. Austin will celebrate with the crowd, and then he'll load up and drive over to Mobile One Victory Lane for an interview.
Such a great moment right there with all your guys. See the frustration of Jesse Love, ended up 9th overall.
Ryan Segan's at 3rd after getting a free pass. Such a tough start to the night for him. Jordan Anderson in the top 5. Ryan Ellis, 2nd career top 10.
Wow. Deal for Brennan Poole at 12. Made a great save on the backstretch, though. It could have been a disaster.
If that bump was just a little better, and I think one of the things going against him was Justin Allgaier had all that tape on the front of that nose, caught the rear bumper weirdly.
Raja Caruth ends up in the top 10 tonight. And the same for Blaine Perkins. A year ago, Blaine had a career season with 4 top 10s, including at Talladega in the fall, and a good start to 2026 for him. I don't know what's bigger, winning here in dominating fashion or going to Echo Park Speedway next weekend where this guy is off the chain good.
Well, think about RCR in general. I mean, last year was all about junior motorsports. Then they go to Phoenix. Jesse Love wins the championship, wins the race. They come right back here. The next race has their other driver, Austin Hill, in victory lane.
And now our Mobile One winning moment, final lap here at Daytona.
It looked like Brennan Poole might be in the best position, but you said it, Parker, the big shot by Justin Allgaier down the backstretch got him loose and really just put Austin Hill in a great position.
Yeah, it's here up for 2. He's going to back up facing to Justin Allgaier perfectly. This worked out exactly how you wanted to. They hook up right here, but then that shot that Jordan Anderson gave Justin Allgaier at the same time he was connected to Brennan Poole, unsettled Brennan's car. That set him falling back.
You're right. I think it was the hit from the 32 into the 7 that was kind of
right
the
at the
final
wrong
blow. Yeah.
11.
So I was saying this run here just didn't quite materialize for Justin Allgaier. Even with how far out front Austin Hill was, he just couldn't quite get there in time.
11 Daytona wins for Richard Childress Racing. And that passes them in front of Dale Earnhardt Incorporated for the most all time. And how about that?
That's awesome.
What a souvenir for that young man.
He's got his driver's suit on. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Show prepared. You want me to race track? You show suit on. Your suit on and your helmet bag.
Pretty good time to be an RCR fan. Rewind to 2025, get a win in Phoenix, take home the championship, and you follow it up with a victory here in 2026 to start the year at Daytona. That's cool.
He's burned the tires off the car. It won't run on the base heater right now. It's like so slick.
It's the hardest part of the night for him. Getting into victory lane.
Richard would be down there trying to find that boxed wine we had in victory lane earlier.
So you win on Saturday night, and tomorrow Richard Childress gets geared up for the Daytona 500. Kyle Busch starts on the pole.
So say he's got a pretty good starting spot for Sunday.
He's my pick to win.
Kyle Busch?
Yeah, this week.
Well, Jamie's picked to win.
He did get this right.
The hill, so I'm
So
just
glad you
trying
patted
to
me on
keep
the back.
things even up here.
Yeah, I would like to be known I picked Jesse Love last year.
You did.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Basically, if you pick an honest yard, you go 50.
He got a good
50
shot. That's right.
He knows where this is. No direction needed.
He's a dad, and while he spent some quality family time with the bunch at home in the offseason, he also rededicated himself to getting ready to go back racing. And the payoff is real. 1-0 in 2026 is Austin Hill.
And welcome to Mobile One Victory Lane, Austin Hill. Getting his 11th career tracking. The decision, though, on lap 93 to take 4 tires, I know it was a really hard decision for you and crew chief Chad Haney. How important was that decision in getting to Victory Lane?
Yeah, I mean, I love these guys, man. Everybody on this Minute Chevrolet, everybody RCR, ECR, CT Springs, everyone that makes this possible. There's a lot of other sponsors that I'm not talking about right now, but yeah, you know, for me, when we went back out after the green flag stop, I just kept getting really tight off the 4 and I get really loose, and I'm like, man, if it comes down to the end of this thing and I'm getting pushed hard, I don't think I'm going to win the race. I think I'm going to end up wrecked. And that's what I love about this team. They believe in me. I believe in them. I know Chad Haney, my crew chief on the box, he was like, man, it's a really tough decision to go from being in 3rd to go back to 14th or whatever it was where you started. But it just goes to show how good this team is. We had that restart. Nobody was going middle, and I'm like, sure, I'll take it. Drove right up through there, and then I wanted to work with my teammate there at the end, Jesse, but I just knew that the bottom was going to surge, or I felt like it was. The top lane always gets discombobulated, and they move around a lot, and everyone's trying to screw everybody over. So I just thought the bottom lane was probably the best thing for me. Thought I messed up on the white flag lap off of 2. I got way out, and luckily I was able to make the block on the 7. Then I almost missed the block on whoever the blue car was. Yeah, here it is right here. I almost missed this block, and right when I got down, he gave me a shot. I had to save the car, but and then after that, it was just hammered down and just hoping that they wouldn't get back to me. So Daytona's been so good to me. I love this place, and it's always fun to win and always fun to be here in Victory Lane talking to you.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
A near perfect day here at the World Center of Racing for Austin Hill.
And if you want an idea of what makes him so good, he was able to recall every single one of those blocks and moves. Didn't quite know who was Jordan Anderson there, but he knew it was a blue car. It's pretty impressive.
It's a familiar scene. You come to Central Florida to open up the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series season. 21 car, eats a bunch of laps, wins stages, and he gets the trophy. Austin Hill celebrating again.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 bucks has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Well, where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
You know, WeatherTech, isn't just for new cars. No matter how old or new your car is, it deserves WeatherTech. With laser-measured protection for practically every car on the road, we've got you covered. Because messes don't care what year your car is. Whatever you're driving, we got it. We got it. We got it. Got it. We got it. We got it. Oh, we got it. No matter what year your vehicle is, it deserves WeatherTech. Order your American-made protection today at WT.com. Or WeatherTech. You know we got it.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And your condition doesn't have to steal the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvements that can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helped at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. Don't take EYLEA HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased eye pressure. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask about next generation EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialists trust.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We're here to give them a brighter future. Our programs and services help warriors access VA benefits, improve mental and physical health, and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA 250.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But in here, we have big, beautiful shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Credit One Bank presents Max Out. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max Out. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that? Because NASCAR and the NTT IndyCar Series are coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
Celebration continues in Mobile One Victory Lane here at Daytona. Austin Hill gets it down to the season opener for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Let's hear from his teammate. Here's Dylan Welch.
Jesse Love ultimately going to end up in 9th here at Daytona. We heard some radio about you kind of struggling to take pushes in the bottom lane. How much did that ultimately dictate what you could or couldn't do or wanted to do at the end of that race?
Yeah, it was a deficit, kind of the midway part of the race, but not at the end. What I was referring to, it was just pretty tough to get the guys behind me hooked up, right? It was just so hard for guys to get through my bubble. And then, at the end, I feel for my guys. They want to be where that 20-run group is, and I'm still a step behind Austin. He's so great at this craft, and I feel like he's a little more patient than I am right now, and I think that's kind of what my learning lesson is after tonight. I think I just wasn't patient enough when I really needed to be. Taking Sammy 3 wide probably wasn't the right move there. Made some other moves along the way in the waning laps that I probably could have done without. But I'll look back at it and learn from it. And Atlanta next week is a similar style flow thing. So try to take this learning lesson and bring that to Georgia.
Well, all smiles for Ryan Sieg with a top 3 finish tonight. How much fun were those closing laps?
No, that was the most fun of my race. I tried to take myself out. Well, out of contention of the race, I hit the wall earlier and then cut a tire, and then we ran out of gas. And then I could never get the lucky dog. But no, just a lot of fun having the Hendrick power under the hood and a fast Sciaps Chevrolet. So
Just glad to come out of here with a third. From the way it went, it was a wild race most of the race, and you're like trying to get your lap back to get our, a lucky dog, and just it was wild out there. Everybody was just fighting all day, but it's definitely exciting for the first race for O'Reilly. So I'm excited for what we have. We have a strong Syabs Chevrolet, excuse me. But I'm excited to get to somewhere else where we can actually race, a little bit, and not a drafting track. But either way, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks, Dylan.
So going to out Daytona in the second position. Exciting is a good word to describe the last couple laps too. You took a hard push. You were given some hard pushes. How ultimately did it shake out for you at the end?
Well, if I was a cat, I think I burned all 9 of my lives. So maybe this is your cue to go to your local humane society and adopt an animal, because I think I lived all those 9 lives tonight. But really proud of our team at Junior Motorsports. Everybody on the 7 team. Andrew Overstreet, new crew chief, coming in here and really leading what was a great night for us. I was looking off screen as you were getting ready to do this interview, and I think the 7 car was in the middle of all of those crashes, which is not ideal, not the way that I wanted it, but damage repair, we were able to get up there just a little bit short. I was disappointed. I was really working well with Brandon there at the end and trying to give him the show up to make a run. These last few laps were wild. But really proud of the effort we gave, the Hendrick Engine Shop, everybody at Chevrolet, all of our partners. Cool night, O'Reilly Auto Parts, first time in the sport. They made a big push with you guys on the CW, and it's been fun to watch. So I want to win, his old team, and we'll live on to next week and hopefully go get one there.
Another strong start to the season for Allgaier in the 17, Kim.
Well, Jordan Anderson and Baby Banks making his TV debut, but Jordan, matching your best finish of 4. We were talking off air, and you said, man, I thought that was going to be the one. I thought we were going to win. Walk me through those closing laps.
Yeah, what a great finish for our whole team to get a top 5. Blaine was top 10. Banks' first race, first time at Daytona, had him on the car with me. Honestly, the race kind of played right to our strategy. We were kind of hanging out in the back the first 2 stages and kept getting track position and kept working on the car, and the car kept getting better, but I don't get to do this a lot. So, as we kept getting closer and closer, I'm like, all right, it's go time. We kept getting closer. We came off of turn 2 on the backstretch there, watching it. I'm like, oh, this is it. It's like the Days of Thunder moment. I thought the season, we had the steam and just kind of ran out when I got to the 21. But, a top 5, like I said, I don't get to do this a lot. And, we keep working on growing this team every year. We have 3 cars full-time all season, and this is just allowing me to connect back to why I love the sport, why I love NASCAR. A great way to kick off NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series there, their introduction to the sport. But just a testament. Our guys worked so hard all year, a lot of long hours. Chevrolet put a lot of effort in this program. Banks is happy. We're all happy. I had Easy Care in the car. We've got the alliance with RCR this year, so we have really high hopes for good runs this year. But just so awesome to come out here to Daytona, get a good run. Everybody saw the 2 second place finishes we had, and I was like, finally, this is it. We're gonna check the box and win at Daytona. But just more motivation to keep coming back here. We're gonna win one of these things one day. And I know Banks will not remember today, but we'll talk about the day he rode with me at his first race. We got a top 5. So I remember coming down here with my dad as a kid, sat in the grandstands over there. We slept in my back of my dad's Tahoe beside the dog track. We made a weekend out of it, and that's just what the sport's about. So it's cool to have the next generation of our team running it one day when I get old. But just be happy about just hopefully this is the first of many, many more to come in 2026.
Big day for Jordan Anderson and this team, and Banks is happy. Guys, that's all that matters.
Wide as Jordan's were on that last lap.
I volunteered to babysit, by the way.
Thanks for the win today.
Career best Ryan Ellis and Raja Karuth, both in the top 10. Reaction to what we saw. Big weekend to start the year here in Daytona.
I mean, once again, RCR is just showing how much they're bringing to the O'Reilly Series right now. They ended the year as a champion last year, kick it off, and were dominant. They weren't as dominant qualifying, but once we got in the race, those RCR Chevys were unbelievable, and especially that man right there in Austin Hill.
Yeah, and I was impressed with some guys that didn't get great finishes, but I thought Corey Day had a great night. I feel like he was pretty hard on himself in the interview. Also, Raja Cruz, I thought he did an exceptional job tonight. It's going to be a learning curve for those guys. They're new to the series, and there's going to be some ups and downs, but I thought both of them did an exceptional job. I don't think anyone's surprised to see RCR back in victory lane here. The team, those guys in Welcome, North Carolina, need to all be proud of everything they've done because they work really hard at it and they deserve it.
It's a new era in NASCAR. We're off and rolling with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Daytona in the rear view. Next up, Atlanta, qualifying Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And our pre-race coverage Saturday for the race begins at 4:30 on CW. We're glad you watched Ton Around. What a finish here at Daytona. For Carlonets, Kim Coon, Dylan Welch, Parker Clinton, Jamie McMurray. I'm Adam Alexander. Great to have you along for the ride. We'll see you next Saturday night from Hampton, Georgia. So long for now, and congratulations, Austin Hill. He does it again here at Daytona.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoy.